I didn't have a real job until I was 30, but sure, give me the keys to the city. What's the worst that can happen?
Paid for.
Oh my god! That may have changed all of my views on AI technology. I was wrong. I'm willing to take the fattest L. AI has revolutionized cinema. It's here to stay. Andrew Cuomo is doing what I can only describe as a Hail Mary at this point, running a AI advertisement of a varying degree of extreme racism and strange. And, well, you know what? I'll show you some of the highlights from the debate yesterday where he just gets fucking tooled.
Mr. Cuomo, in 2021, 13 different women who worked in your administration credibly accused you of sexual harassment. Since then, you have spent more than $20 million in taxpayer funds to defend yourself, all while describing these allegations as entirely political. You have even gone so far as to legally go after these women. One of those women, Charlotte Bennett, is here in the audience this evening. You sought to access her private gynecological records. She cannot speak up for herself because you lodged a defamation case against her. I, however, can speak. What do you say to the 13 women that you sexually harassed?
If you want to be in government, then you have to be serious and mature.
Mr. Cuomo.
Terrible response. I don't even need to hear the rest of it. This was also pretty wild.
Shame on you.
It is always a pleasure to hear Andrew Cuomo create his own facts at every debate stage.
Yeah.
We just had a former governor say in his own words that the city has been getting screwed by the state. Who was leading the state? It was you.
Governor Hochul.
You were leading the state for
Governor
10 years,
Hochul.
screwing this city.
No.
You cut homelessness
as a legislator,
funding. You cut funding for the MTA.
You as a legislator.
You did all of these things, my
That's
friend.
the past 4 years. It's the past 4 years.
I like how someone's like, stop. It almost sounds like he's doing that. Stop. He's already dead. I'm glad the gloves are like just fully off at this point, right? Like home run stretch. You're just like smoking them in all the polls. Cuomo is on a daily basis embarrassing himself, doing all this fucking ridiculous and rancid stuff. But Cuomo did have a secret weapon yesterday. He did release this ad. This is the wildest attack ad I've ever seen in politics. Andrew Cuomo pulling out all the stops. The racist stops.
Zohran Mamdani's opponents want you to believe he's an inexperienced radical whose policies will make New York City more dangerous. But
how is this still a thing? It's still a thing. All of these weird, insecure right-wingers losing their minds at someone eating with their hands. It's like a consistent meme. I have to dust off an old meme that I made like 2 years ago to pull it up every single time I see this, because like it's just evergreen at this point. It's always the same argument coming from the same weird, fucking strange, like... None of this is wrong. This is just, no. That's good and normal. But the second that it's right... And I've seen, by the way, that they've tried to become more sophisticated in time. The racists, that is. They've been replying to these posts now. They're being like, you wouldn't eat macaroni with your fingers, okay? A hot dog is completely civil, just like a pizza, all right? My problem is that it's rice. Right, but that's... Your problem is that it's food, right? It's like, well, no, the other ones are self-contained containers. The sandwich is a self-contained container. Like, I know for a fact you have had the most disgusting ribs before in your life. I know it. I know you've had a buffalo chicken wing and had the sauce just ooze down your face in there. Do not pretend for a minute, a second even, that you believe in the self-containment theory. I laugh at your theories. No, the thing is and will always be that it's just racism. It's just racism playing out in food. Some foods, I'll remind them, they haven't even, been able to claim, right? Like, you did not invent the taco, and you don't get to hold a taco, but it's self-contained, much like the chalupa and the burrito, American staples. And it's like, no, wrong all around, sir. Also, I know I'm probably going to ruin a couple restaurant experiences here, but if y'all could just one time go and try Ethiopian food. If there's an Ethiopian restaurant somewhere in your area and you sit down, there will not be a knife and a fork. For most of the dishes will arrive on a giant circular breadstuffs. And in that, it's almost a soft sourdough. It's very indescribable, fluffy texture. And in the center will be some of the most incredible foods you've ever had. Unbelievable spice complexes and all this other stuff going on there. And you take the outer piece of that dough and you use it to roll up the meat and the spices in the center. And you eat it with your hands. And it's so insanely good. It's unbelievable. Anyone, I feel bad for you if you've never tried Ethiopian food. I know I saw that meme that went around last year where I think some right wingers tried Indian food for the first time. And like their minds were blown. Like it was some dude who was like filming it where he was like, I don't know, trying like very generic white Indian food, I might add, like butter chicken and tikka masala and stuff like that. But he's like eating little spoonfuls. Just, oh my God. I had no idea. I just always thought it was like a weird brown gravy or something. That's so good. What's this like? Oh my God. That's so good.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
Man, you've been living your lives without this shit for so long. Yeah. You got Nick. Good to see you, fam. How y'all doing? Yeah, hope you're well. Welcome in. We're talking about food racism. You joined at a good time. We're talking about the food racism going down in the world. Because it's still just so wild to me that this is always a talking point that you get from the far right. Every year, we're saying, can you believe that man was eating with his hands? How do you eat an apple? Do you eat an apple with a knife? What's going on here? What about a banana? How do you eat that? You peel it the wrong way. I know you peel it the wrong way. Most people haven't figured out the proper way to peel it. You can learn from monkeys. Monkeys will show you. They peel the bananas the right way. So you get the perfect triple peel, and then you can hold it. It's a little self-containing holding thing. It's awesome. Also, I mean, for the most popular American foods, the staples of America, the hot dog, the hamburger, the chicken wing, the fries, the onion ring, even the double chicken wing wrapped in fries, battered, deep fried, and put into wee pork's belly. That shit is fucking tasty. And I know you eat it with your hands, all right? Don't pretend that you're civilized. That's part of the fun, all right? Part of the fun is having all of the fucking rib juice and stuff just flow down your mouth, and there's the brisket stuff. It's stuck in your ear, like, barbecue, right? So don't get all uppity when you see someone eating rice with their hands, all right? For you too will cast the first fry. We know this. We know this to be true. Can everyone go to twitch.tv/YouGopnik Twitch? Give him a follow back. People crying about eating the ones with hands. How do they eat potato chips? How do they eat, like, it just has so many finger foods, all right? But again, he had to use AI. It was an AI generated ad, and that was obviously one of the first things to throw in there, his disgust. And that's added in with that he wants to end all misdemeanor charges.
But what do his actual supporters think?
Mamdani isn't crazy.
He's just trying to even the playing field.
You know, give everyone a fair shot. Sure, he said multiple times we need to defund the police, but that was just a metaphor.
And yes, he did say crime is a social construct, but that was also a metaphor.
His main backer, the Democratic Socialists' ideas are common sense, such as
Decriminalizing misdemeanors, like shoplifting.
Whoa! God damn! Cuomo. This one wasn't up for very long. I gotta be honest. He was like, I think it was up for like 20 minutes, and I'm pretty sure the comments must have just filled up. Even on the Nazi app, people were like, yo, this AI slop is racist as fuck. Andrew, what are you doing? He's not a racist, all right? He's Italian.
third-degree assault,
Trespassing. Prostitution.
I got a lot of questions. Like, what what was this prompt? All right, so then the camera will pan over, and then we get into the van, and inside the van, there's a bunch of, I guess, teenagers who have been human trafficked. All right, with Joker makeup. Why the second? Just with Joker makeup on 4 of them. One of them without it.
And drunk driving.
I also love how bad AI slop still. These are like 3 different people. It goes from like, I don't know, Phantom Hillary Clinton into like one of the Golden Girls.
Criminalize all drugs. Mamdani will be a job creator for drug dealers. Instead of helping.
This also shows how cheap they are, because you could have made an attack ad along the veins of, you know what, we're going to fearmonger about crime and all this stuff going out of control. You could have done that. You could have gone, but you just have to film it with humans, and you might even be able to juxtapose some real footage of crime. You could have used that. You could have, why not just interview some concerned citizens? I know there's right-wingers in New York. You just sit down with the camera, tell us about your concerns. I gotta be honest, crime is out of control. It doesn't feel safe to go to the supermarket anymore. And then you can have a news clip of that actually happening, where it's like, in this Target, 2 people were breaking in and seen at this hour, this time. Now, obviously, most, sensible people are going to debunk the entire thing and then be like, well, statistically, has crime increased in the past year in terms of this petty crime, the stuff that you're, concerned about? And if you look into the whole, controversy around, the shoplifting in Target, it turns out that it wasn't because those Targets they were closing down specifically were because of an increase in shoplifting. In fact, they left the Targets that had the most amount of shoplifting in New York open. It was the one that were in poorer districts that they closed down because people were less able to afford a lot of their stuff. And so that's one of the reasons why they did that. It wasn't actually because they were trying to fight all this outrageous shoplifting. But again, that too much time has passed. AI, prompt.
Us homeless get off the streets and into the mental health facilities we need. He wants to give us safe injection sites to do crack and let
I mean, he is cornering the Facebook, over 70 demographic who probably think all of this is real. Look what's happening. People are being trafficked and they all have Joker makeup on. Do they put that on the girls? Do they make them wear the Joker makeup? Oh my God, that woman, as she drank the alcohol, it was so powerful. Her face changes 3 times.
Sleep in subway carts.
These are actual policies Mamdani and the DSA want to.
This is a different person. Come on, guys. Did you not do more than 1 pass on this? This person's younger. It's like, this is a different person.
Implement on day 1.
When a woman's being domestically abused, she finally won't have to deal with some pesky cop to arrest the abuser, but now a social worker to help,
Why don't they sound like they're speaking English? What a woman's being abused. We got, but the cop will come by and he can't beat her anymore, and I'll be sweating. Like what? What did you say? Kumbaya the situation.
Kumbaya the situation.
Oh, kumbaya the situation.
Breathe in. Breathe out.
Mamdani is finally lowering jail sentences.
Guilty!
But Mamdani says you're free to go.
Woo-hoo! Who cares if legalizing prostitution statistically leads to an
I hope Cuomo had to approve this. I hope he had creative input. I hope he was sitting down and then be like, all right, now, get, can we still call them this? I'm not harassing anyone, all right? A pimp. A pimp character to do the human trafficking of the Jokers.
For sex trafficking of women and young girls by 70%.
You can't have safety without equality.
And what does this say about white women? Cuomo, are you saying they're terrible drivers? Or that they're alcoholics? or both? I'm confused. I guess maybe this isn't offensive because he's trying to touch on everybody, right? You know, he's going after the sweaty Italian wife beater. That guy's in there. There's the drunken Hillary supporter. She's in there. She just wanted brunch, but instead she hit the bottle so hard she slammed right into a wall, and then her face changed into a different person.
For unlawful abiding citizens like us, globalize the Intifada.
Yes. Pure cinema.
I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal. I'm a criminal.
I'm a criminal.
Yep. I'm a criminal. For Zohran.
For Zohran Mamdani.
Why did they all change every time? They're all different people, but they're wearing, I guess, similar costumes. For Zohran! Nice. Let him out.
I didn't have a real job until I was 30, but sure, give me the keys to the city. What's the worst that can happen?
Paid for.
Oh my god! That may have changed all of my views on AI technology. I was wrong. I'm willing to take the fattest L. AI has revolutionized cinema. It's here to stay. And you know what? I gotta say, I mean, hey, if you got Nick still here, you can attest to this, right? People always ask, why as a Canadian do you cover American politics? Do you blame us? How can you look away? I mean, Jesus Christ.
By Cuomo for NYC.
Amazing. Hey, I lived in New York for summer, all right? So, like every insufferable progressive whoever says that to try and get some kind of credit, I at least have a little bit of a New York experience. All right, so I worked in New York for one summer, and I love that city. It's a fucking amazing city.
Thank you so much to our patrons for making this show possible. We could not fund it without you. And if you want to join, please check out patreon.com/theserfs to unlock bonus episodes, uncensored content, and all the good stuff. Thanks to Anna Loves Riley, Addercap, Bobby Lasers, Cheryl Alvarez, Comrade Junkie, Doug Caddy, Everything Important, Hegbard Salim, Multimondi, Omni, Political Papi, Preston Kroll, Quiet One 85, Riley and Anna, Roller Dragon, Cernicus, Stellar Gwyn, Sebastian Demmel, Tigwick, and Words Greenwood.